Exactly 48 hours ago, something shifted in the unseen realms, a shift so profound that even the forces that have long tried to block your blessings stopped in stunned silence. They paused their schemes, their manipulations, their attempts to keep you from your destiny. Why? Because what you are about to discover is not just a story of struggle or survival. It is a story of triumph so powerful, so unprecedented, that it shakes the very foundations of the spiritual battlefield. They tried to block your blessing, but what happened next changed everything. You may have felt it already. The weight of invisible hands trying to hold you back, the sudden obstacles that appeared just when you thought you were about to break through, the moments when doors slammed shut without explanation. These were not coincidences. These were deliberate attempts by dark forces to stop the flow of your divine favor. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. Blessings cannot be stopped when they are destined to come. No matter how hard they try, no matter how many walls they build, your blessing will find a way through. Let me take you behind the scenes of this cosmic drama. Imagine a council of dark forces, strategizing, watching your every move, calculating how to keep you from rising. They see your potential, your light, and they fear it. They know that if you receive your blessing fully, it will not only change your life, but also disrupt their entire operation. So they throw every obstacle in your path: financial setbacks, toxic relationships, self-doubt, fear, and confusion. They whisper lies that make you question your worth and your purpose. But here's the twist. Every obstacle they place is also a test of your faith, your resilience, and your commitment to your calling. And you, whether you realize it or not, have been passing these tests with a strength that surprises even the highest spiritual realms. Because your blessing is not just about receiving good things. It's about becoming the person who can carry that blessing with integrity, wisdom, and power. Think about the moments when you faced what seemed like impossible setbacks. The times when you wanted to give up, when the pressure felt unbearable, when the path forward was shrouded in darkness. Those moments were not signs of failure. They were the refining fire, the crucible that prepared you for the blessing that was coming. They were the moments that forged your character and deepened your faith. Now here's what happens next, the moment that changes everything. When the enemy realizes that their attempts to block your blessing have failed, they become desperate. Desperation leads to mistakes, and mistakes create openings. Openings that you can step through to claim what is rightfully yours. You see, the forces that tried to block you operate on fear and control. They believe that by keeping you small, limited, and distracted, they can maintain their power. But your blessing is a force of liberation. It breaks chains, shatters illusions, and expands consciousness. It is a light that darkness cannot contain. And when that light breaks through, it sends shockwaves through every dimension. It disrupts the plans of the enemy and forces them to retreat. It awakens allies who have been waiting for this moment to support you. It aligns circumstances, people, and opportunities in ways that seem miraculous but are actually the result of divine orchestration. You might be wondering, how do I know when this breakthrough is happening? How can I recognize the signs that my blessing is finally arriving? The answer lies in the subtle shifts in your life. The sudden clarity after confusion, the unexpected help when you felt alone, the doors that open just when you need them most. These are the markers of divine timing, the fingerprints of grace. But there's more. Your blessing is not just for you, it is a beacon for others. When you step into your blessing, you become a living example of what is possible. You inspire those around you to believe in their own potential. You create a ripple effect that transforms communities, families, and even entire generations. This is why the enemy fights so hard to block you. Because they know that your blessing is a catalyst for change. It is a declaration that the old ways of fear, limitation, and control are ending. It is a sign that a new era of abundance, freedom, and purpose is beginning. So what can you do right now to align with this breakthrough? First, release the fear and frustration that come from the delays and obstacles. Understand that these are temporary and serve a higher purpose. Second, strengthen your connection to your inner guidance and divine support. Spend time in prayer, meditation, or reflection to hear the whispers of your soul. Third, take inspired action. Even small steps forward create momentum and open doors. Remember, your blessing is not a distant dream, it is a present reality waiting for you to claim it. The enemy's attempts to block you are simply the prelude to your victory. When you stand firm in your faith and your purpose, nothing can stop the flow of blessings destined for you. And here's the final truth: the forces that tried to block your blessing will one day bow before the power of your breakthrough. They will witness your rise and know that they were defeated not by force, but by your unwavering spirit and divine destiny. You are not alone in this journey. You are supported by unseen forces, by a community of warriors, and by the divine source that created you. Your blessing is coming, and it is unstoppable. Stay vigilant, stay faithful, and watch what happens next. Exactly when the enemy realized their attempts to block your blessing had failed, a new phase of the battle began. One filled with desperation, unexpected shifts, and the unveiling of your true power. This is the moment where everything changes, where the forces that sought to keep you down are forced to acknowledge your unstoppable rise. But before we dive into what happens next, it's important to understand the nature of this spiritual warfare and why your blessing is such a threat to darkness. The enemy thrives on control, fear, and limitation. Their entire strategy is built on keeping souls trapped in cycles of doubt, pain, and confusion. They want you to believe that your blessing is out of reach, that your dreams are impossible, and that your calling is just a fantasy. But your blessing is the exact opposite. It is freedom, expansion, and divine purpose manifesting in your life. It is a light that pierces through the darkest shadows and a force that disrupts the enemy's plans. When the enemy's usual tactics fail, they resort to more subtle and insidious methods. They try to infiltrate your mind with lies disguised as truths, to sow discord in your relationships, and to create distractions that pull you away from your path. They may even use your own fears and insecurities against you, making you question your worthiness and your ability to receive what is meant for you. But here's the secret: the enemy's power is limited by your awareness and your faith. The more you recognize their tactics, the less power they have over you. Awareness is your first line of defense. When you see the enemy's strategies for what they are, you can choose to reject them and stand firm in your truth. Your blessing is not just about material gain or external success. It is about the transformation of your entire being. It is about stepping into a version of yourself that is aligned with your highest purpose and divine destiny. This transformation is what the enemy fears most, because it cannot be controlled or corrupted. Now, let's explore what happens when you begin to claim your blessing despite the enemy's resistance. The first sign is a shift in your energy, a rising confidence, a renewed sense of hope, and a clarity that cuts through confusion. You start to see opportunities where before there were only obstacles. You begin to attract people and circumstances that support your growth and purpose. This shift is not accidental. It is the result of divine orchestration, a cosmic alignment that brings everything into place for your breakthrough. The universe is conspiring in your favor, and the forces of light are mobilizing to support you. But with this shift comes a new challenge. The enemy's attacks may intensify. They know that your breakthrough threatens their control, so they escalate their efforts to distract, discourage, and derail you. You may face unexpected setbacks, betrayals, or moments of intense doubt. These are not signs that you are failing. They are tests of your commitment and resilience. To navigate this phase, you must deepen your spiritual practices and strengthen your connection to your inner guidance. This means dedicating time each day to meditation, prayer, or reflection. It means surrounding yourself with positive influences and cutting ties with toxic relationships that drain your energy. It means affirming your worth and your right to receive your blessing. Remember, your blessing is not a prize to be won, but a state of being to be embodied. It is the natural expression of your divine nature and the fulfillment of your soul's purpose. When you align with this truth, you become a magnet for miracles and a beacon of hope for others. As you continue on this path, you will notice synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that confirm you are on the right track. You may receive unexpected help, find solutions to long-standing problems, or experience moments of profound peace and joy. These are the signs that your blessing is unfolding. But the most powerful sign of all is the transformation within you. You begin to embody qualities that the enemy cannot touch: unwavering faith, boundless compassion, unshakable integrity, and a fierce commitment to your truth. These qualities make you a force of nature, a living testament to the power of divine grace. Your journey is not just about personal success, it is about contributing to a greater awakening. Your breakthrough inspires others to believe in their own potential and to rise above their challenges. You become part of a collective movement of light that is shifting the consciousness of the planet. The enemy knows this, and that is why they fight so hard. But their efforts are futile because your blessing is protected by a higher power. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every attempt to block your blessing only serves to strengthen your resolve. So what happens next? The enemy's desperation leads to a final confrontation, a moment where they must either accept your rise or be forced to retreat. This moment is marked by a profound shift in the spiritual realms, a recognition of your power and purpose that cannot be denied. In this moment, you will experience a breakthrough that feels miraculous, but is actually the natural result of your faith and perseverance. Doors will open that were previously closed. Resources will flow to you in unexpected ways. Relationships will heal or fall away as needed, and your path will become clear. This breakthrough is not just for you, it is for everyone who has been waiting for a sign, a spark, a reason to believe. Your victory lights the way for others to follow, creating a ripple effect of transformation and hope. As you step into this new chapter, remember to stay grounded and humble. Your blessing is a gift, and with it comes responsibility. Use your power wisely, with compassion and integrity. Be a source of light and encouragement for those around you. And never forget the journey that brought you here. The tests, the trials, the moments of doubt and fear. These were the crucible that forged your strength and prepared you for your destiny. You are not just a survivor, you are a conqueror. You are not just a recipient of blessings, you are a channel of divine grace. You are a warrior of light, called to shine brightly in a world that desperately needs your light. The enemy tried to block your blessing, but they failed. And now, the world will witness the unstoppable power of your breakthrough. Stay strong, stay faithful, and watch as your blessing unfolds in ways beyond your wildest dreams.